Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So, today, of course we got ourselves invasions, and with that we specifically got ourselves some Daemon invasions, just as our weekend event thingy. Oh yeah, I forgot, it's still underneath the guild tab, but over here we got ourselves Daemon invasions with a pretty easy troop overall. The troop that we end up getting to go with it gets enraged every single time it gets a kill, and this works very well because this is invasions, so once you reach the later battles, all you're up against is 4 towers, and with that enrage, you will be able to hit through that one tower that has 75% score reduction, making them obviously very, very easy to just completely tear through. So overall, should be one of the easier invasions compared to most of them. Obviously, we've already had this invasion type before, which is why we already own this troop, or quite a few people probably already own this troop, but of course, if you don't already have a bunch of copies of it, you do get it through the little shop tab thing, and we do have a new weapon as well. That's off of the tier 3 right now. So, oh yeah, I forgot, we don't even need to buy up to tier 4, duh. We can just spend the 250 to get up to tier 3 and be good to go. And this weapon's actually not that bad. It gives, it's one of those standard kind of boost ratio weapons, but it's based on Daemon. And I guess to create a bunch of red purple for Daemon. This will be good for pretty much all the game modes this week. For invasions right now, for raids if you didn't already finish it. I guess technically for the class event yesterday, but obviously you can't use it for that now. But yeah, overall it's definitely better than the other weapon that we got earlier this week. So if you were to go one or the other, this is definitely the one to consider going for. Obviously I'll just get up to the weapon itself and not any further, just because that's the only thing we really need here, since we already have a billion copies of this epic troop, so we're not going to need to get more. There we go. And we got 2 legends out of it. But anyways, as far as the team I mentioned at the beginning of the week, we might do something a little bit different for the earlier battles, just because they're the earlier battles. But it was this team right over here. It was basically any double Serm Ordain team, and that's pretty much the whole premise of what we set up for this. So we're probably going to want to... they're trying to sell purple deeds. The game knows I need exactly, like, 1 purple deed. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I have enough writs to craft 2. So yeah, I need literally only 1 purple deed. Of course, the game would try selling it to me. Good job. But no, I'll just wait till Monday. I'm gonna have every Magic Kingdom maxed on Monday. But anyways, let's go and... Wow, how many mystics am I gonna do? Let's go head over to invasions. I think we might run a full AoE weapon initially. Because this is kind of gonna be a little overkill. We could actually do triple Marilith initially into an AoE. We also still have the triple Wall of Tentacles. So, of course, running that into a big AoE like we were for yesterday would also end up working out pretty well. Either or would work out. I think we might just go down the wall route, actually. And just get a bunch of walls. And let's just get something like Black Manacle for the initial battles. And then we'll end up switching it back into something more like what we just had set. And then we'll go change our banner accordingly, which should be a purple brown probably, and just do it that way. Actually, let's do purple would be better. We'll do it that way. Let's do purple plus 1 brown. Okay, should be good. I don't think we need to change up anything else other than hero class, which we'll go change to something that we need EXP on. And let's do Oracle. We still need a little bit of Oracle EXP in there. And let's go change to 20% into a bunch of magic, and I believe we'll be good to go. So we'll switch this over. And where's my magic? There it is, already set. Nice. Okay, so let's go and start tearing these down. And then we'll switch over to more of a Mordain team, so we can kill them out that way. But hello, everyone. Hope all of you have been doing good. Hello, Dracos. Hello, Millie. Hello, John. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go get our wall. We have enchant, so we are immediately going to have that full mana, so that's going to be nice. Let's get that into the nice big hit, and already down. On to the next one. Let's see, we got a Valraven. Obviously want to make sure that dies out very quickly. Let's go for the Black Manacle immediately to kill it out. Hello, Marco! Welcome. But yeah, next Friday we're getting a lot of content. Of course, today we only really got a new weapon, technically, even though we have this event going on. But the only actual physical new thing is the weapon that end up coming in. However, next Friday we are getting a new mythic and, if I'm not mistaken, a new faction? Actually, let me double check. I knew it was two things. It's new mythic and something. I forget actually off the top of my head what that other something was. I feel like it's new faction. Let me just double check. It was... Yep, I'm right. It was a new faction. I thought so. I was just double checking. But yeah, next Friday we get a new faction and a new mythic. So that'll be very nice. That's 5 new troops in one day. And 6 new troops across the week, or 7 new troops across the week. Because we're getting 2 new troops on Monday. Legend and the event key drop table and the normal glory troop that we always get, of course. So 7 new troops in 1 week. 5 all in one day. Between the new faction and the new mythic. So we got a lot going on next week. Particularly next week's Friday. 1 HP, really? You're gonna survive with 1 HP. But you could just let him hit us. We have 25% reflect, but oh well. Either way, we'll get it killed. Let's take some green for now. We have enchant, so it's already gonna be full mana anyways. Let me cast. There you go. That time it killed. Though luckily we get that +2 magic every single time. To help spring into kill range there. Though after this battle, I do not believe we will have enough damage to one-shot everything. Going forward. Which is unfortunate. That doesn't even matter what ends up taking here. Since we'll just be able to go and poke it out. I'll probably be able to run this through 2 to 3 more sets. And then from there we'll have to run a real team. But for now this is quicker than other alternatives. Especially if we get lucky with mana. But then again, I guess that doesn't really help since it's not feeding the main thing we actually need to give mana to. Which of course is Black Manacle. Good morning to Krell! Yep, been staying safe. Everything's been going pretty decent. Still haven't gotten that check though. I've been getting some friends that have been getting it coming in. You know, where they had to physically mail it. But the IRS has all my information. I still haven't gotten it yet. Devour, not like we need it. Also, that effect does nothing to towers once we start getting a lot of towers. And hello there, Tara! Welcome. Got a lot of D names today, apparently. Let's see, we'll throw that down for now. Grab our other one that we need. Get our poke, of course. And it just dies the other hit. What could we take here? Let's take the green for now to get it rolling. And then we have full mana on everything. Cast once. Cycle mana back around. Which will give us even more magic. Even if he gets a summon, it won't even matter. The main thing that will matter is if he gets barrier. Especially since we're not running the spell right now. Hello, Analyst! Welcome! Okay, what do we need here? We'll go at the purple over there. Pretty much a purple-green into everything. This is all we really need to do to get it rolling. And then just triple cast. His summon will do nothing. Not like he's even going to get a summon. And all the while we're gaining Oracle mana. The main reason I'm using Oracle, well, for one, it's one I need to level. But it does have extra magic damage when using a purple weapon. Oh, that's unfortunate. You got a barrier there. Really, he's not dead. Worst comes to worst, if he gets a skull, he will actually kill himself. Like right here. I don't even need to do anything. He'll just do it himself. There we go. Still counts as a tower kill. Right, we might want to be a little bit more careful with this one. Just because we don't want to feed him too much mana to his last slot there. Otherwise, he's going to escape. And I believe this is the last set where we can actually get away with using this team. Especially with how scary high mana that's starting to get. Luckily that is denied purple. And he denied purple again. Gosh, his whole team's denying purple. Which is actually very helpful for us. I would take that skull, but oddly enough, we actually do more damage with 25% skull reflect. Actually, no, 25% skull reflect and us taking a skull would actually do the exact same amount of damage. Because he's 75% reduction. And 25% reflect hits through all traits. It ignores the traits. What team is that, Big Grant? And hello, Diomede. My game plan is to run it just with double of the epic troop. That's the plan for once we get far enough that we don't need AoE anymore. Just that with a bunch of mana accumulation. Because once we reach 4 towers, this is going to decimate everything. And we shouldn't really have much issue beyond there. There we go. Yeah, one more battle, we'll need to switch out. So how many more sigils do we even have? I wasn't paying attention there. I'm not sure if we'll actually reach 4 battles with how many we've bought in so far. Good morning, Birdleaf. Welcome. Oh, we're going to be slightly short on damage here, unfortunately. As we get enough magic buff. How much are we at? 56. You know what? We're going to do this and then have it reflect kill itself. There we go. That works. That works perfectly fine. Okay, let's go switch to a real team now. Oh yeah, we will reach the 4 battles. Okay, I already have my thingy on copy paste, which I was going to use. Which was this one. Yeah, this was the main team I was going to use. Double Surmer, Dane, Reflection, and Merlif. It's currently set to Titan, but I'll switch it to really anything we feel like it. How about I'll leave Barbarian for tonight. How about some random Dervish battles? Doesn't even matter what we use. Ideally something with half mana start, but we already have all the half mana start hero classes maxed. So we're not going to bother with that. Let's take some mana. Kill out one of these. We gain Enrage. We can destroy everything off of that Enrage. And you just go crazy with these 2 French troops. And that's all you really have to do with this. Works super, super quick. Especially once we reach 4 towers. Obviously we're only at 3 towers right now. But honestly, he's one of the most, if not the strongest invasion troop in the entire game. Mostly due to the enrage thing that he has. Normally I would take that skull if it was 4 towers. But it is not yet, so we can't. But it will be soon. Also, good morning, Joseph! Welcome! Okay, oh, I almost just like tried casting as if it was a leprechaun. We have no leprechaun. Also, doesn't even matter if there's towers that have that score reduction, simply because we have the enrage thing. It's pretty nice. And just kill it with the other poke. It's easy as that. And now we get our orb. Yeah, pretty much the strategy for this game mode It depends what you want to do for mana accumulators as far as what your preference is. But the main premise is go double Surmordain into 2 mana generators. That's all you need to auto-win this game mode. What the other 2 are really depends on what you want to use and what you have laying around. I just happen to choose these 2. But it does count as a knight, so you can use the knight weapon thing, even with a knight hero class. And you would just go pure knight, theoretically, because there's so many Daemon knights. And use that for mana accumulation off them. The main reason for Reflection of Good is when you get later in the battles, you might need Barrier. And that's a way to barrier your first slot. It's also a way to place Enrage if he doesn't already have one. Once you reach higher stats where you're not going to one-shot with one single skull, you can simply Enrage off of that and get it up that way. It takes a while before you reach that point, and I'm not even sure if we're going to reach that point during these battles, or, you know, going through them between today and tomorrow. But if you were to reach that point, it would allow you to still hit in one shot, which is very beneficial. Because you want to be getting as many one-shots with them as possible. Because obviously that speeds things up. Okay, and I believe this was the last battle we have without 4 towers. So we'll have 4 towers here, 4th. And then he really starts looking strong. Because then he also gets the instant kill first slot as well. Whereas right now he's kind of struggling. It's kind of weird how he struggles with it, but that's just because he doesn't have his 5 times multiplier. I still don't know why he has 6 mana drain, even though he can't actually mana drain them. And there we go. And now we have about 6 more battles left on these things. And here we can actually see its true power. If we can actually get mana, that is. Also, ideally, you would want to use a half mana hero class start. I'm currently not. Okay, we'll stick that for now. Kill that out so it doesn't escape. That gives us Enrage, so you'll die instead of getting reduced. And there we go. Yeah, it is pretty broken. It's honestly probably one of the easiest invasions we'll ever have. I can't recall any invasion being easier. The only one that slightly was that one that has armor tier while also doing its damage, just because it one-shotted pretty much infinitely. Like, it never stopped one-shotting at any point. Obviously, it did eventually, but realistically, it almost never did. Just because it got the full armor tier into the massive poke. I believe that's for Forest of Thorns? No, it's for Fey Invasions, if I'm not mistaken. Fey Invasions. It's from Forest of Thorns, if I'm not mistaken, but it's for specifically Fey Invasions. Whenever that comes around, that's the other ultra easy one. But this one might actually even be even easier than it. Just because both your cast is decent. Well, your cast is always decent. But you have this insanely good skulls compared to normal. Obviously, your skulls are already pretty good. But the Enrage makes it so even the one that was normally the anti-skull one doesn't even get to do anything. Because even though they have Indestructible, Enrage still hits through the traits. Did I see your message on Discord? I have not checked Discord this morning. The beta's up. Or I shouldn't say the beta's up. The beta room is up. I don't think the actual beta was up yet, though. I will be doing it this weekend, though, assuming it's already up by then. Obviously not on stream, unfortunately. Not allowed to. Oh, there's our 20 gems already for today. Very nice. Doesn't take too long at all. Let's see. We'll grab that for now. Get our Merlif. I could have gone for his ability there. Not that big a deal, though. You can go with other mana accumulators. Like someone else was mentioning, you can use Cane Sword. Since your whole team is almost knights to begin with. I forgot what 2 colors Cane Sword does, but I'm pretty sure one of them is blue. I think it was blue and yellow. But yeah, Reflection of Good is for 250 wins on Archmages. If you do want to go out of your way to go get it. It's a pretty good hero class. You mostly only use it with heavy purple teams. I think I was using it for some teams earlier this week when I was showing stuff. Yeah, 250 wins on Archmages. And Archmages you get from Silverglade. It's definitely not required for this team, though. But I do feel like it's one of the better weapons you can run for it. Unless you want to go on the double weapons. Oh, it was blue-red? Oh, that works even better for feeding it. But if you have Keen Sword would work pretty well. Half your team's already going to be Knight. And you can make even more of it Knight if you go out of your way to shift it into it. Because he counts as Daemon and a Knight. Oh, and there's all of our sigils. Ah, there we go. But yeah, it's super, super, ultra easy invasions today. Already done with it. But you can see how quickly we ran through all those battles. And even if we bought another tier, that would go down in like 5 minutes. They go super, super quick. But, yeah, there we go. And just make sure your guild is doing all their things so you can go get all the rewards. Still has the full total rewards of a normal invasion event. And it has a lower requirement, so even though it's only 3 days, it is still easier to go and get all of them. So that's all you got to do. Easy as that. And you definitely want to try considering buying at least to tier 3. It's 250 gems, but you get a weapon for it. And also if you needed more copies of it, you'd still get a copy of him along the way. Though you can find him in drop table right now as well. He's in all the drop tables. Anyways, now we can go grind things. So let me go grab all the event stages. This is also rewards that you get from the event. 65 gems and Chaos Orb on top of all the normal rewards that you would get off of it. Ooh, purple. We've been really lucky on orbs this week. Like, really, really lucky. Okay, so we're not going to max Barbarian right now. Even though we're, like, so close on it. I don't know, what hero class do we want to focus next? Because I did say to my nightly people for our nightly streams that I would do Barbarian tonight. But, so we're going to have that maxed. And that leaves us, I believe, with, what is that then? 6 hero classes to go max? That would then leave Dervish, Diabolist 2. Oracle 3. Slayer 4. And then War Priest 5. Oh, wow. We're getting very close. There's only 5 total then. So which one do we focus next? Or do we just go down the order? If we do go down order, I guess Dervish is next then. Does Dervish even get anything for level 100? I'm pretty sure most of these gain almost nothing. I guess the elemental thingy, I guess. Which situationally could work into something. But that's about it. Let's just make sure we don't have any kind of annoying ability. Do we even need Dust Storm if we're going to be rushing with Rowain? I think it would actually be more of a hindrance than a help. So we'll disable that. And I don't think we need the explosion. I'll just waste time. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Nothing particularly useful on this thing. But at least we get some extra gold. I guess we have Hunter's Mark. That doesn't really do much in these battles. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, let's go run Dervish next. We'll just run it in order. Skipping over Diabolist possibly though. Oh, no, maybe we'll just do Diabolist normally. I was going to do it through the battles, but I'm not sure. Unless we're going to go do a bunch of Explore 5 farming. Which I guess we could do with Diabolist if we really, really wanted to. Get those one-shot Phoenicias in there. And just get a bunch of value off of that. That or start using it for literally all dailies. Rather than using other hero classes. Just using Phoenicia for every daily for the next, like, month. And I will naturally get it up as well. But let's go focus on Dervish. That'll be the next one that we end up getting up. Barbarian will switch back to you tonight to get your last little bit of level. But next up is Dervish. Okay, anyways. Let's just do the PvP method. We still have really low rating, so we can easily get away with getting super ultra easy battles. Start getting XP for it. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure to go check it. Actually, I can go check it right now. Unless it's something really, really long. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't check Discord today. About to. Also, I wonder if we have access to the beta yet. They made a server for it, though I don't think we got access to it yet. Because I didn't see the patch notes up or anything else yet. But 5.0 soon, TM. Probably late June, early July. I need to go double check if it ever loads. Come on, Discord, you're almost there. Load, 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 load. Any day now. Show me a blank gray screen that says Discord. Come on, Discord. Come on. There you go. You didn't send me any message. Oh, wait, yes you did. Let's see. Oh, that message. Yeah, I saw that message already. Let's see. I thought you were referring to a different message. Let's see. Nope, I don't think the beta's up yet. The server for it is. But, nope. Unfortunate. How many people are in it? Let me see. Though some of these might be mods. I mean, might be, what's it called? Might be, developers, I mean. But, in total, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 people, though I think at least 3 of them are devs, though. Because one of them's salty. But yeah, there's around 19 or so in this beta. It hasn't technically started yet, from what I can tell. Patch notes not up. The code for the thingy thing isn't up. Nothing is up. Other than the server that they made, instead of having it on the forum. If anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Yeah, I was not expecting invasions to actually go that quickly. I forgot how ultra easy it is with that troop setup. He's so broken. So this is going to be one of the easier invasions we have. Kind of already knew that. I just forgot it would be that easy. Let's see. We'll take that for now. Oh yeah, I forgot. Discord doesn't have a red feature, does it? I forgot about that. I'm so used to that lately. Where it like shows if a message has been read on some platforms. But Discord does not have that. That would be a pretty easy battle, that one, Treasure 1. However, its stats are so high that it would take too long to hit through it with the team that we're currently using. So we shall skip it. But yeah, it's a weird strategy, keeping your rating very low so that you get super easy battles. But, hey, it works. It works. And later in the week, it actually works better, since more people are upgraded by that point. Yeah, we are actually, I believe, under 60 hours until all hero classes maxed. It might even be closer than that at this point. If we assume everyone is averaged at an 85. Wait, actually, are they that upgraded? No, well, quite a few of them aren't. If we average at like an 83, I think it is, for the 5 hero classes, what does that leave that at? So that would be 17. Average that around a 92 or so. I don't know, what's 17 times 92 times 5 then? And divide that by, let's just say 180, though we can get quite a bit better rate. That comes out to 43 hours at absolute max. Because that's a really, really, like, low ball estimate. But, yeah, 43 hours is the max amount we need until we have maxed out every hero class in the game at this point. We are so close. Did he really have Submerge? What are you doing? We're actually gaining XP at a higher rate than that, though. It's actually realistically probably closer to 30 hours or less total. Which means, theoretically, at this point, we could get every hero class max in a single weekend. Though I don't think I want to dedicate that much time to it on a given weekend. But, theoretically, if we spent 10 hours a day, like next gnome event weekend, we could have, oh, pet gnome, speaking of gnomes. But, if we spent on next Vault event 10 hours per day for all 3 days, we'd have every hero class maxed. There we go. Okay, let's just go roll down the pet then. Do we even need copies of it? Yes, we do. And we'll run it with what we're currently trying to level, which is our Dervish. And let's keep it as key for now. I should take another brown first. Whoops. Actually, what I should be focusing on is her mana. Give us the best value. Oh, that move didn't fail. Let's take that over then. This should be everything we need to get rolling. But yeah, what you mentioned is possible to do. Let's see, I'll take that over for now. The only problem is that it happens dozens of times per day normally. So deleting every single one of them is takes a while. Especially since YouTube doesn't necessarily notify you of every single one of them. What else do we need here? We'll just grab that, I guess. Let's just give him the extra turn over there, but gives us our full man to get things rolling. Anyways, key. Hello, Scout Tank! Welcome. Hope all's been well. That reminds me, I should probably pin my team to the thing. Let's see. I still have it on copy-paste, do I? Oh, no, I don't, because... Oh, gosh. Wait, I still have it on copy-paste on this computer, though. Hold up. Let me go and open up YouTube. Go into search Gems of War, and we should probably be like one of the first things with our stream. Gems of War. Yep, there we are. Let's leave a like on the stream, because why not? Oh, no ad is playing. Interesting. Normally it does. I'll leave a like, and let me go paste the thingy thing for anyone who comes here later who's wondering, why on earth are we not doing invasions? Let's see. Invasion team. There we go. There's our invasion team. And let me go pin it for anyone who gets here later. There we go. It has been done. There you guys go. Just in case anyone gets here later. Because I know more people will probably ask if I don't post it. Well, that's what we ran for invasions, and will be for the weekend. But we already finished out all of our battles. So now we're working on hero class leveling. That's my goal for before July 4th. Ideally, even before 5.0 patch. I want to get every hero class in the game maxed. Honestly, at this point, it's probably before 5.0 patch is my goal. However, we have no official date for when it's coming, but it's likely late June, early July. But it's actually more likely that it might be late June. And for that reason, if we are going to try to get all hero classes maxed before then, we need to start hustling on that. Because it's going to be right around the corner in no time. A 5.0 patch. Yep, there's level 81. Yeah, when is next Vault event? Next Vault event is on June 19th. So that weekend, we need a... Okay, new plan. We might be maxed on hero classes by the end of the weekend of June 19th till the 22nd. I think by the end of that weekend, we will aim for every hero class in the game maxed. Because that should still be prior to version 5.0. Most likely. I highly doubt it's going to get here that early. But you never know. What are you doing hitting us like that? Yeah, it's not going to be enough damage unless we can find a skull right here. Good. Now it is. That gives us extra turn. And now we get another extra turn, and then we just kill it with another follow-up. Fortunately, skull was not enough there. However, destroy into a skull is. One interesting thing about destroying gems is if you have Hunter's Mark on them, you actually do end up doing twice the amount of damage. Also, we got pure blue pet food into pets. That was actually a pretty nice combo right there. But there we go. Still need 13 more copies, but making progress. Back to PvP. That's not PvP. There is our PvP. And keep getting our quick kills. I'll probably aim for like a level 85 Dervish or something. I think at level 82 we'll hand out a code. What are we at now? We're at 81 right now. Yeah, I guess we'll hand it out at 82. Why not? I'm not sure how close we are to it. Yeah, we'll hand it out at 82. And aim for like 84, 85 or so. How many Vault keys do I have? 199 Vault keys is how many we're currently at. One short of 200. Actually... we have 200 right now. Never mind. I forgot. But, yeah, we're actually at 200 right now. Exactly on the dot. Which means every key that we get here fourth we will open. Which means... this Vault key right here we're actually going to open then. I'll probably open it, I'm not sure how close we'll be to stage 12. But, yeah, we'll start opening all of our Vault keys here fourth. Watch us on the very first drop get Mech Gnome. No, it's going to take way more than that. We could open 100 Vault keys and still not get Mech Gnome if we're really unlucky. Okay, let's go back to this. Just because there's so many different gnomes in the drops right now. All of which are really bad drops in general. So speaking of bad drops, what on earth are all these repicks? There we go. Those are the kind of battles we want to see. And you got the new McCall. Well, it's still newish. Came out a couple months ago. One of the newer legends. Speaking of new legends, next Monday, we're actually getting a new legend. And by next Monday, I mean, you know, 4 days from now. Or 3 days. Yeah, 3 days from now. Math. But, yeah, we're getting a new legend off the event queue drop table in 3 days. With the new event. And it's actually not too bad. It's really situational. It's kind of like an alternative Corvash. It's like the closest troop that's to. It has stun spam and instant kill true damage. It's an interesting combination. It's pretty much like Corvash, except instead of mana draining 2 troops with some true damage, you get to instantly kill one of them. Pretty much. In most cases. But it's most similar to Corvash if I was to compare it to any troop. It's more like a alternative Guild War Corvash. And that's the only place you'd really probably use it in is Brown Guild War or Blue Guild War. Hello, Elite Gaming! Welcome! Also, I probably will play a little bit more of that one other game. Probably do another chapter. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. The Bug Fables thing. Haven't been playing any off-stream. Saving it all for on-stream for the lore. Gosh, we got this battle like 4 times now. There are 7 chapters. Well, we're like 1/4 the way through then. Because we just finished chapter 2. I have heard that chapter 2 and 3 are the hardest on hard mode. We're currently playing on double hard mode for it. So we'll see how long chapter 3 takes us. Because chapter 3 might actually be the hardest chapter in the game for how we're choosing to play the game. Because I'm doing no HP buffs, I'm doing no I'm doing constant hard mode, and I'm doing the second hard mode, which basically makes everything hit even harder on top of hard mode. It's been quite a bit of fun. The Chapter 2 boss with those restrictions was probably the most difficult battle we've had in a while. It reminded me of Puzzle Quest 2's dragon fight that we had. Like, as far as how fun and challenging it was. Also, I really wish Puzzle Quest 2 had more battles like that. I felt like that was the only battle that was really, really challenging in Puzzle Quest 2. Was the dragon fight. If you fight it the second that you find it, rather than, you know, buffing up beforehand. So glad PvP gives 2 XP for these. Otherwise, we'd be an explorer. I swear, is that actually still killed? Because doesn't that thing have spell reduction on it? So we might not have the trait on it. That's gonna be too high. Plus, if he has that fully traded, it's gonna be too annoying to deal with. A 25% revive 10 times in a row. I think the most I've ever seen it was like 4 or 5. Not sure what the highest ever recorded has been. Though some people have said that they've done over 10 before. I'm not sure what the highest video proof one is. as far as Inferno King reviving over and over again off his 25% chance. Hey, that newer player knows what to do. He's using Dwarven Gate. It's a really good early game troop that theoretically lasts through the entire game. It's kind of like the that one Wall of Tentacles troop, except better, oddly enough, even though that's only a common. Up Glory Net. We're getting quite a bit of gnomes today, surprisingly. It's not a Vault weekend. The 19th is the next Vault weekend, as we just looked up earlier. Well, that doesn't mean gnomes don't exist. They're always around. They're just around a lot more during Vault events. I did say we'd hand out code at level 82 Dervish, which is in one more level, which should be pretty soon. I'll probably aim for about 84, 85 to stream then. Then probably just grab a quick bite for lunch, stream the other game for a bit, probably an entire chapter, break for dinner, and then we'll go and have our normal nightly stream as we always do. Oh god, I just denied one battle for an even harder battle. Why? That should still die. You only got one pet gnome from 300 matches? Ouch. Yeah, sometimes the specific gnomes that you roll can be pretty inconsistent too. Like, you could get one gnome like 3-4 times before you get one once. Which is annoying if you're trying to find a pet gnome. Luckily, we're not trying to find a pet gnome right now. We already got one earlier. Gem key. Not a vault key, but still good value key. Better than most of the drops out there for gnomes. If nothing else, it goes to the new mythic in a week from now. The next mythic in a week from now is going to be really bad. It's a troll that's going to be rather useless unless they buff it between now and then. Do I use a game controller? No. However, there is a way to use both mouse plus a controller in this game in order to input some things quicker. I generally haven't really been using it much lately. But no, I always play with mouse. And sometimes mouse plus controller. But for Gems of War, I normally play with mouse. You wrote another message on Discord. I'll go check it then. I have it so it doesn't ding me. Oh, what did you mention? Yeah, normally it's a different bot every single time. So trying to block them all would probably be too tedious. Because I don't think it's the same bot ever twice. It makes more sense for banning them when it's a stream. Because normally they'll spam multiple times. But normally it's a completely different bot every single time on videos. Which is really annoying. Then it also inflates the block list. I'm pretty sure like 90% of my block list right now is bots, if not higher. On YouTube. Somewhere's around there. But yeah, I could try doing it that way then. And see if it would work. Oh, sure, taking that one. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Got a good one after. It's the only bad thing about this sometimes. You can go like 10 repicks without a single good battle. So sometimes you have to take the one that might be not as good and just hope that it is. Also, was that the level we needed? I believe it was. It is code time then. That was what I think it was. Yep, level 82. Nice. Let's go hand out code then. I just say at 82 we'd hand out code. And that is 82. Alright, let me go grab it. And go find it underneath the pile of codes. Which one was the last one we used? I believe it was the one below this one. Would be the valid one. Find out in a second. So yeah, that one I already know I used. It's this one, which I believe is the good one. Yep, that's what I thought. There we go. Here you guys go. Here's the redeem code you use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. 1 second. Where'd it go? 1 second. There you go. There is the redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section, or simply click on that link. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left, right over there is what you put in. Underneath settings. Redeem code's right over there in chat. And give same reward as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. It's only usable on the PC mobile version, of course. No console versions get it, unfortunately. But I think our goal is to hit level 85 on Dervish for now. Get a nice chunk of XP on it. But yeah, I think our new goal is by the end of next Vault event, which starts on June 19th and ends the 22nd of June. I think our goal is to have every hero class maxed by then now. Because I think we should easily be able to do that. Especially since during that event, if we still don't have any hero classes maxed, we could just spend 1 day per thing, or per class, to get the max and just power grind it. And of course the best time to do that would be during a Vault event. Oh, he just got barrier. That's not nice. How are we supposed to one-shot you? Actually, did he just get barrier off a random sentinel barrier? Is that what that was from? That is extremely lucky, so... We could take that blue there. Oh well, luckily we got the extra turn there as well. Either way, it works out. Yeah, I think that's the gaming game plan for today. is we get level 85 Dervish right now, lunch break, do chapter 3 in Bug Fable, then dinner break, and then we'll be back with getting level 100 tonight for what's it called? For Barbarian Hero class. While also finishing out anything else we needed for dailies and whatever else. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Supplement. But no, I didn't find the thing within the game itself. But I haven't played it since the previous streams, that's mostly why. I might have a person in-game that you check later with. And it might not be a specific menu. Let's see, we'll take that for now. Because I know some games implement it like that. Or if they have an achievement system in the game, it's going to be from a specific NPC that you have to talk to rather than in your menu. So it seems like it'd be so much more convenient just having it in menu. But some games don't even put it anywhere in the game. Like obviously Gems of War has it all not in the game itself, even though it has achievements on the thing over here. But it nowhere's in the game does it actually make mention of any of the achievements. Yes, it shares all the same achievements with Steam. That is correct. I don't believe it has any deviations between the two. I ended up getting it on Switch mostly because it's a kind of game that would fit better on Switch. Plus, if we happen to get Origami King, it'll be a nice comparison to see them both on the same console. To really compare their differences. I'm still not sure if I will be. I'm definitely not getting it on launch. When Paper Mario Origami King comes out. Also, that's something else that came out today. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition came out today. I have a couple friends that were really hyped for it. I'm probably going to be skipping on it, though, personally. Especially given I think it's retailing for like the full $60. Even though it's like the third time it's been released. Well, Nintendo Switch doesn't have a section for achievements, which is really disappointing. I wish they would integrate it into the thing. Like, unlike Xbox and I believe PlayStation has something for it, there's no, like, specific achievement system on the console itself. And I always like games with achievements. Kind of gives you some kind of side goal to go for. I almost finished all of them for, what's it called? For, One Step from Eden. The only one I didn't do is the Hell Mode 13 or 14, whatever it's called. Mostly because it's extremely time-consuming and extremely difficult. You basically have to beat the game without ever getting hit. Because you only have 1 HP, as well as a bunch of other difficulty settings cranked up. Which is doable, but very annoying. And you have to beat through the game like additional 14 times just to get to it, by going to every single difficulty one at a time. Yeah, some achievements are just needlessly long, and that's one of them, and I didn't bother doing it for that reason. Like, it's a single achievement that would probably take like 10 hours to complete. That are not a natural 10 hours, it'd be you completely going out of your way, doing something completely different than normal gameplay for like 10 hours just to get it. Assuming you're even good enough at the game by that point to actually be able to do it. Which after that much you probably would be. Oh, so we're going to gain a hero level while trying to get all these class levels. Nice. Yeah, we're getting there. We also have an arbitrary goal by the end of the year of reaching level 1,600. Making progress on it. We're less than halfway through the year and we're already halfway there, so. Do we have any info for next patch 5.0? Nothing I can share. Though it's likely late June, early July, as far as time of release, though no official date. But nothing I can share until they share stuff publicly. The beta actually technically hasn't even started yet, so I don't even know anything about it. But it will be soon, but even then I can't share anything until they start mentioning stuff publicly. Oh, misclicks. Oh, double misclicks. Hate when I end up clicking on my encoder rather than on the game. How I have it up, you can accidentally misclick it. The other really annoying thing is accidentally dragging the size of the box. When you're normally playing, dragging the size of your box isn't really that big a deal. But when you're streaming, it is, because you need a really specific dimension to fit wherever you want to put it. Especially when I'm actually recording videos. Otherwise, we'll have black bars on the side. For a stream, it's not as big a deal. But for whenever I record videos, it's like the most annoying thing ever. How many trophies do you get this week? You're at 3.5k. I have no clue. I'd probably say about 1,000 something. I normally don't try trophy farming. If I had to guess, it's around 1,000 something. That's not how you check. Let's see. Guild. Roster. Yeah, actually a little bit under 1,000. Also, I haven't even claimed my seals. There we go. But yeah, we're at a, not even 1,000 yet. Though we will be soon. Where were we? Back to PvP. There. Refresh it and be good to go. And no bug fables. You just want me playing Animal Crossing. I haven't been playing Animal Crossing that much lately. Though I do need to do a stream on it soon. Because there's still some things I need to do before the end of May. Might as well have a stream kind of doing and going through all of them. Which, when is the last day of May? 31st, right? Yeah, 31st. So we could probably do that for Sunday stream then. Let's see, refresh there. I wouldn't be surprised if someone leaks it. I feel like there's always at least one person that does. Though there's a completely different set of people who are doing it this time. So it might not leak at all this time. I'm not sure how many people are different though than normal. But I know they had a different system for getting in. However, I would automatically got in. Yeah, we'll be doing Bug Fables. Oh, unless you were mentioning if we would be doing Bug Fables, but we'll be doing Bug Fables in probably about 2 hours from now, I would say. I guess what you said could be taken either way. Yeah, we'll be streaming it later. If there's 7 chapters, we could actually probably get it done before the end of this weekend then. If we do 3 today, up to 5 tomorrow, and then up to the end of 7 on Sunday, we would actually have the game completed by the end of this weekend. Other than all the side stuff, but I might just do all the side stuff off stream. Because that'd be the main storyline. Though I have heard that there are some side quests that are so in depth that they're almost like their own chapters. So maybe we would want to at least do those on stream as well. Add more lore. Let's see, we'll go for that one. Don't need you to leak much, just let me let you guys know what to save up. Yeah, I tend to accidentally leak that, just because you can kind of know if my resource habits change at all, what's going to happen into next patch. We don't currently know if any resource is going to really be touched. There was mention that they might be adding a tradestone sink, but that never came. So maybe next patch might be doing that, who knows. However, you wouldn't really have a way to farm for that technically, since almost everything gives you tradestones. Like what we're doing right now is almost tradestone farming. Though technically the best way is explore spam. Particularly low level explore spam. Unless you need high rarity ones, in which case explore 12 spam. Okay, anything else we need here? We'll just go for that for now. Get our splits. So we should almost be level 83 on that. Oh wait, never mind. We already got 83. Oh gosh. I've been clicking through so quickly I didn't even realize we got it. Amazing. Yeah, levels go so quick when you can get like these really easy battles in PvP. I always knew that this was quicker. I didn't realize it was this much quicker if you had a low rating though for PvP. It's about 50% quicker than doing Explore 3 spam from an EXP perspective. There's other things that are lower, of course. But for strictly from a class EXP perspective, it is quicker. Though here XP is slower. As weird as that may seem, but it's mostly because you're cycling through less battles. Whereas Hero XP is based almost entirely by how many battles you cycle. Whereas Class XP is based on how many you get for the battle as well as how quickly you cycle through them. And since these are quickest battles that give 2 XP each, it's the highest Class XP but not the highest Hero XP. It's almost as confusing as trying to explain the difference between power level on kingdoms and star levels on kingdoms. Or sorry, those are both the same thing. But kingdom levels on kingdoms and power levels on kingdoms. These are both sound like so similar, yet they're different. Why do you find so level on casual? We are currently extremely low level for PvP rating. And while there are many factors that determines what you get matched up with in PvP, one of the biggest factors is this right here, this number, as well as what current rank you are. And currently we are at like the lowest possible rank thing, all the way down at 40,974, all the way at like rank 14 or whatever the thingy is. That says right over here. Yeah, tier 14. The lower that this is, and this is, the better for getting really ultra weak battles. There's other factors that go into it, but it's the most easiest high impact one to manipulate. Is just deliberately have really, really low rating. Because casual PvP gives you 0 rating per battle, unless they eventually change it. Only ranked PvP would give you any. Also, good morning, Zex. Welcome. And hello, Mod Mark. Welcome as well. What's with the thing setting a low defense team up? What do you mean by that? What's the reasoning behind setting up a low defense team? It's mostly so you'll deliberately lose, so you get defend battles, or revenge battles, I should say. Because revenge battles, if you're constantly doing normal PvP, or pay out better than winning a defend. Which kind of seems weird. That you technically get more loot from losing a defend than you do from winning it. But you technically do. And the game's kind of always been like that. It's a little bit weird. That's one of the main reasons why people set really weak things. Obviously, the battles we're finding right now aren't people deliberately setting weak things, though. They're just low-level players. Like, this person's probably, like, level 152 or something. 122. That's close. Setting a weaker team, I think, might help you get a lower one. I believe that's correct. However, what we're doing right now impacts it so much that we don't really need to bother about any other factor. Because one of the biggest issues that we're going to have, or two of them, that we cannot change, is one of the factors bases it based on your level. And obviously we have an insanely high level. And one of the other factors is based on win rate, which obviously we're going to have an absurdly high win rate. But the level one in particular is one of the ones that it's based on that you absolutely can't really touch. And it makes it really annoying to try to change. Because obviously you can't. But the most impactful one that we can is making sure we're just really, really low in rank. Because given that we're in tier 14 PvP right now, we tend to find people who are also around tier 14 PvP. And while there's a lot of people that don't really play PvP that much that are going to be there, for the good most part, it's going to be low-level players. Like this. Because a good majority of active players will be, who are higher level, will end up being at a higher rating, of course. Whereas it's more likely that a lower level player would be at a lower level rating for PvP. Either because they're just not playing as much, or just because they can't really win as much PvP. Though even when you first start, you can technically win a lot of PvP. It's just not a game mode that a lot of people probably spend much time in, especially since the game now encourages you to spend a lot more time doing quests rather than prioritizing PvP. Which before used to be the other way around, where the game tried to make you prioritize PvP, but now it kind of makes you prioritize doing all the quests first. Yeah, Salty can change her level to whatever she wants. She can be the first level 10,000 player. I wouldn't be surprised if she does that one day on stream. I wonder if she even knows that the level cap can even go to 10,000. I feel like that's a piece of information she doesn't actually know. Actually, we'll take that over for now. Let's see. Oh, no problem. If you don't have Reflection of Good, and only one copy of Sermon Ordained, what could you replace it with? You could try doing the Wall of Tentacles. Wall of Tentacles is still a really good mana accumulation method, and you can end up doing that for it. Another weapon is the Night Weapon. Or then again, if you only have one, never mind, that wouldn't be as good. Yeah, with just one, I think your best bet might be going double or even triple Thorns. Or sorry, I keep calling it Thorns, but Wall of Tentacles, I mean. Basically do the same way that you kind of would with like a Black Manacles, like we were doing yesterday for the, what's it called? For the class event. But basically doing a triple of that into the Legend, or into the Epic Invasion Troop, and then just constantly keep cycling through with that. That's one alternative if you wanted to go down that route. But pretty much any amount of mana accumulation with the Mordain Epic Troop thing that gets the extra damage this week is pretty much going to be your strategy. It's really, really strong for killing everything out. Because not only does it get Enrage every single time you end up getting any kill, which allows you to hit through everything for really high damage. But of course he has the pretty standard really high damage ability. And in combination it pretty much covers all ground. Oh yeah, I always answer all the questions. Unless I accidentally miss it. But if I see the question, I answer all the questions. I always find it fun answering questions. What do we need here? Come on, weak battles, where are you? Let's put all the strong ones all of a sudden. There we go. So we're getting really close in the hero level there. Class levels should also be pretty close. Actually, they might both be at a really similar time. But I believe we are going to gain the hero level slightly before the class level. The final class level for 85. We're getting really close in that hero one. So how close are we on the class one right now? Check it on the next real battle. There we go. Yep, we're pretty much there on there. That's what, 11 battles? Yeah, 11 battles. We're almost there. If anyone else has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Make sure to do so. Mostly trying to get level 85 Dervish right now. Our new goal is by the end of the 22nd to have all of them maxed, because the 19th is the next Vault event. And by the end of next Vault event, I want every hero class maxed, I think, at this point. Because it's just calculating out the amount of time we need. And we are really close. Like, it's probably going to be under 40 hours total. Is about how much we realistically need to get it all maxed. And that might even be a little bit of a overestimate. Might even be less than that. And then we never need to worry about doing a incorrect hero class ever again. Unless 5.0 or an upcoming patch ends up changing something that makes it otherwise. We'll take that and try to get a blue there. Okay, apparently not. Let's go explode it then. They're guarantee mana. That's why I don't normally try for the cascades. Normally not worth it just compared to casting Leprechaun. Unless it's with invisible sight, it's normally not worth it. Hello, GJ Ram, welcome. Which I should probably change the title to also leveling Dervish. We finished the invasions in like no time flat. Let's see, and leveling Dervish class. Oh, I didn't even spell Dervish right. How do you spell Dervish? Yeah, okay. There we go. There we go. The title is now correct. And someone's name is Zelda. Does the AI tend to use spell damage or skull damage first? Normally skull. Though there are a few exceptions to that. But more often than not, they try to prioritize skulls over casting. What team should we use for invasion? It's pinned to the thing. If you want to just copy paste it, it's double Mordain into that one mirror of reflection, followed by Mirrorlif. But basically, the premise you'd likely want to go for is double the epic invasion troop, followed by 2 mana generators. What specific 2 you use really just depends on what you have. But that's pretty much all you have to run, because the invasion troop is insanely good this week. Oh, there's our other level. 1 more to go. We'll gain our hero level before we gain that class level, most likely. That's probably... Oh, no, it's not. You have 25% reduction. Actually, you have 75% reduction. What am I saying? Is that one really weird troop that has absurd amount of spell reduction on it? Definitely don't take that battle ever. Unless it's on like a super low level. That'll take forever to try to kill with split damage. It might actually take like 3 casts to kill, because of how much reduction it has. Actually, I should troll people with that. How many copies of her do I even have? I think I only have like 1 or 2 though. You'd have to wait for a few more mythics to come out before I have a lot of copies of her. I'm pretty sure I only have like 1 or 2 copies of her. Because she was the new legend event key troop a couple troops ago. So we haven't had that many mythics since then that she's been in a drop table 4 for us to even roll for more of her. Not like we specifically need her, but that's a pretty funny troll team to set up. Maybe like Gorgoltha with like triple of her. To troll people both using skulls and with spell reduction. That or just completely commit to the spell reduction one. For people that refuse to change their team when they see it. It would never win, but it would slow down teams to a hilarious amount. Maybe even like a random Divinia in there just for the HP gain and cleanse. I forget if that has mana conflict with her. Let's see. Where is she? I have 2 copies of it. Yeah, you actually could do Divinia with it. You could go Matron, Divinia, Matron, and have like a super ultra spell reduction tank team. Obviously, it wouldn't be that good of a team at all. However, if someone goes into that battle using a team that has spell reduction as their main means of damage, it'll be really hilarious. Too bad we can't actually see the replays. But that would be very high levels of trolling. As that Scout mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like. Ends up helping out a lot. And we'll be having 2 Gems of War streams, of course, today. Current one and then the one later on. Probably going to wrap up for now as soon as we hit level 85 Dervish. And then we'll have a bit of a lunch break. Do Bug Fables again, like we were doing yesterday. Pretty fun new game. Actually came out several months ago, but it came out on consoles yesterday. And they'll mess around with that and go from there. And then tonight we'll be back at our normal time by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Gems of War. And then we'll get Barbarian level 100 by then. And do that stream. Finish out whatever dailies, whatever else we need to get done. And go from there. That is the game plan. I'll take that down for now. Grab the other one. Get our explosions. Hello, happy Friday, Chris Border. Before you head off, you may lurk the Bug Fable stream while working. Nice. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the game personally. I have a lot of nostalgia towards it because the game that is heavily based on hasn't gotten a proper sequel for like 16 years. And this game's like the closest thing that has actually happened to a sequel as far as gameplay is concerned. And honestly, it actually does gameplay better in many instances on it. Overall story, I feel like a little bit weaker, but it's obviously a really small dev team compared to like a massive one that Nintendo would have. But overall, it's been pretty solid so far, given how small of a development team worked on it. We'll still be doing Animal Crossing. However, it's only really going to be probably when we need to cover content. Like whenever new things come out and end in beginning of months when there's a lot more to do. But aside from that, I probably won't be playing as much. Though we still have the goal of making a really nice museum island. That hasn't changed. That is the end goal for that island. But yeah, next time we stream Animal Crossing will probably be this Sunday. Because there's one fish I need to catch 5 of. And I need to see if we can try getting ourselves more museum plaques in case I need them. I feel like I'm going to have enough. But I think I'm going to need... How many rooms are there? There's 1, 5, 6, 12. I'm going to need about 12 plaques. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, more than that, because the main room would need to have, theoretically, 1 for every single thing. So what is that then? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3, 8, 16. I would technically need about 16 plaques of every type. I forgot how many I currently have now. And I have been missing some days, but I think you can get 13 naturally. I'm pretty sure they don't run for much in multiplayer, even though the economy of the game is still extremely on fire. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't go for that much. Probably pick up several sets for really cheap. But I want to do it while the event's still going on because they're going to be cheaper now than they will be after the event. I'm not even sure if I even will need that many. That's good to have more than not enough. Actually, if we do it over every doorway, it might work better. How many would that be then? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the side rooms. So what is that then? That's 9. So I probably almost already have that number then. That should be a little bit more realistic. Have you heard of the tried Rainbow Moon and Rainbow Skies? I have not heard of them. What are they? Oh wait, that's the high spell reduction one. We don't want to take that. Oh, it's an RPG kind of game. I play RPGs on occasion. Which ones I specifically go for tend to be based on a lot of factors. But it is a genre I do normally like, RPGs. Though I normally have more of a priority for gameplay than for story for them. Of course, I still play them for both. But my higher priority is on gameplay than story when it comes to RPGs. Are they only available on PlayStation? I haven't owned a PlayStation console since, like, ever. I owned it, like, once. When PlayStation 4 was already out. I think I owned a PlayStation 2 because they were like dirt cheap, almost free. But I've never actually owned like I've never owned a PlayStation console when it was actually the most recent console, and I have never owned any Xbox console ever. I've pretty much always strictly been PC plus whatever Nintendo has. What was my invasion team? It was double Sir Mordain, or you know, the epic troop, followed by the Reflection of Good and Merilith. But you can do any 2 mana accumulating methods you want. With a Reflection of Good being the hero weapon thing. It's the one that you get for 250 wins off of Archmage's hero class. Archmage's being from Silverglade. But yeah, the whole premise is basically just run double the epic, the invasion troop epic, with as much mana accumulation as possible. And that just like auto wins very easily. It's really strong. It's one of the easiest invasions there is, because it's the strongest invasion troop in the game pretty much. Or among one of the strongest. The only one really contesting is Old Man Oakroot, or whatever he's called. That's like the only one that is like slightly contesting it for which one's better. But they're both insanely good at quick killing invasions. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. These once we reach level 85, we'll probably call it a wrap. For now, anyways. Then take a bit of a lunch break, and then we'll be back with Bug Fables. And get done Chapter 3, hopefully. Should be able to get that done in this stream. Okay, let me see. What was I looking for? We need exactly 10 more battles on the dots. One mana short. Why do this to us? There we go. When is Scorpius coming to Forge? I believe the Forge is still pretty early in the cycle, so it could be at any point. However, I don't think it's cycled around this cycle, so it could be any time within that 1 week to like 8 weeks from now or so. There's no way we can know for sure at what point it would come out. But yeah, anywhere from about like 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10 weeks, somewhere around that frame. Definitely before the end of the summer, it'll be back again. At this point, we might as well go until we get both levels. These are class levels, or the hero levels pretty much already there as well. And that'll be the halfway mark, pretty much, for getting to 1,600. Theoretically, the halfway mark is more towards like 55 or 60. But numerically, it's the halfway mark. And the actual halfway mark of Class XP is 70. But for Hero XP, when you're going through the 100 levels beyond 1,000, I believe the halfway is around 55 or 60. I'm not sure exactly which. Might actually be closer to 60 or 65. Who knows? Maybe it's even 70. I don't think it is, though. Pretty sure it's closer to 60 for that. It's hard to tell because we don't know the formula of how much they increase by. I don't think we do. Hello, Barbara, unless someone data mined it. That'd be the only way we'd know. There we go. There's our class level that I wanted to reach. However, there's one other level I want to go get before we end out, though. I want to go gain that hero level, which we're so very close to. That one right over there. Looks like about 10 battles or so. Actually, probably easier at this point just to do it and explore. Is that where you go if you want Class XP? I mean, Hero XP, I mean. Because this gives the tied highest Hero XP in the entire game. And while you get slightly less class XP, it's still worth it for the higher speed for hero XP. And of course, you're getting a bunch of other loot as well, like medals along the way. And technically a higher weight of trait stones, if that ever becomes relevant, as well as rarer trait stones. Because Explorer in general gives higher rarity trait stone drops than any other location in the game, as far as normal battles are concerned. So hello, Vespenny! Welcome. If anyone had any other questions, now would be a good time to leave them. Let me know. Otherwise, we'll probably end out in the next few minutes, as soon as we gain that level. We'll be streaming pretty much all day something. There we go. And gosh, it always looks like every single level when you're starting to get close to that XP bar, when you're this late in the game, like every single one looks like it's going to give you the level. But theoretically, we could actually be 6 battles away or something. Even though it looks like every single battle will be enough. What's the best class for invasions? For this week or just in general? That's actually a good question. As far as which one would generally just be the absolute best for it. Anything with half mana start. As far as this week, anything with half mana start that also has extra purple would probably work out pretty good. Or that has Daemon synergy. The best one overall, probably Archmages, just because it has so much purple gain. And using either with a big purple weapon or with other Daemons that use purple. Yeah, I'd say for this week it's probably Archmages. Plus his weapon is really good for it too. I used the weapon for it. I didn't use that hero class because I wanted to level a different hero class. But the weapon of the Reflection of Good is really good for the current event. Because if you're going really deep, you gain Barrier first, the Mordain troop thing. And Barrier is really good for him not dying. Since he has a little bit of a low durability. Well, not really low, but you know, it helps keep him alive when they're hitting hundreds for their attack value. There we go, there's our level we wanted. Nice. Let's just put this into yellow, I guess. And there we go. Nice. Level 85 Dervish, level 1550 Hero. And we'll go get level 100 Barbarian tonight. And here's our redeem code that we claimed earlier. Oh, it's probably already used up by now, given that was 50 minutes ago. But 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Same thing as always. And here's the standard level up bonus, which isn't really much these days, but hey, an event key and 5 glory keys, basically. You've got some Anu medals to spend. Already upgraded Yagway. What legend do you think is worth upgrading? Queen Titania. You use Tesla a lot. Tesla does not gain any benefit, I don't believe, from being upgraded. I believe it gains literally no benefit. It gains magic, which does nothing. Yeah, it's pointless doing it to her. Queen Titania. Mostly for Yagway Queen Titania, especially if you already have the Yagway upgraded. Queen Titania, if I'm not mistaken, has the single most highest value for being upgraded as far as any legend is concerned. This is mostly because it has Fairy Fire on top of having a the really high damage output for a full AoE. And as far as any legend, I believe she net gains the highest amount of cast damage of any troop in the game, as far as legends. For Mythics, that's obviously Phoenicia. But as far as legends are concerned, Queen Titania gains the single most highest benefit as far as casting is concerned for being fully metaled. Obviously, you could do it based on other things. However, the pure magic ones tend to be some of the best ones to normally upgrade. Because not only are they normally already really good troops, but they gain a lot of benefit for it for their cast. Yeah, Phoenicia is the one for Mythic. Queen Titania is the one for Legends. Both gain pure magic for it. But yeah, Phoenicia with pure magic gains 6. And any of them that have it gain 6 additional damage. On top of whatever other effects they have. So, of course, in the case of Queen Titania, it gets the 50% extra off of Fairy Fire for theoretically 9 additional damage off of that. And Phoenicia gets a whole 12 because it gets to double it. Yeah, normally any of them that have like that magic bonus tend to be good. Obviously, Tesla not being one of them because she literally, even though she has the magic, she doesn't use magic, so it's kind of pointless. But any troop that counts as this type is just good in general for the most part. The what's it called? I believe it's called Mage, if I'm not mistaken. But a good majority of mages in the entire game are like all good troops for the most part. And there's normally some like the best upgrade, with the exception of Tesla because she doesn't actually get to use it. But a good majority of things underneath mage category tend to be some of the better values to ever medal. There's exceptions to it, obviously. But they tend to have some of the biggest benefit from actually having it. Mostly because magic is already so good. But also on top of that, some troops get to have additional benefits, like Phoenicia and Queen Titania, that get to use the magic that they gain for even higher purpose than their normal amount of damage that they would get from it. Anyways, anyone else have any other questions before we wrap up? Otherwise, I'll be back in about an hour or so from now. We'll be back with Bug Fables and go do Chapter 3 on double hard mode. On like as hard as we could possibly make the game, pretty much. And see how that ends up going. It was definitely excessively challenging doing Chapter 2 that way. And I heard that Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 are the 2 hardest to do that way, so we'll have quite a challenge. But hopefully we'll be able to get it done before Gems of War. And then have Gems of War at a normal time tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 8 hours from now. And tonight we'll be getting level 100 Barbarian, as well as just messing around with everything else that we normally do. And we'll have another redeem code then, of course, for Gems of War as well. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. And I will catch you guys soon. Thank you all so much for watching. It's greatly appreciated as always. Goodbye, everyone.